Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning on the West Coast. Anyway, on the East Coast, it's 12:13. Yesterday, I did a video, put it out there to everybody. It was titled on the tweet. It was titled "I Need Help," and on the video was "I Need Help," and still I need help. But I'm doing this video this morning because, to be honest with you, I'm going to express the fact that I'm a little disappointed. I don't know if you or some of you out there think I'm bullshitting, or if I'm just trying to make money, or I'm trying to run a scam. I guarantee you I'm not. I'm as honest as they come. What I do and what I'm doing is not for me. Well, part of it's for me. My own satisfaction of seeing people and organizations sooner or later, hopefully sooner, pay the price for their crimes. When I grew up in this America, it wasn't anything like it is now. We didn't have runaway pedophilia, pedophiles in Hollywood having sex. Having sex is fine, but having satanic sex is another thing, and sacrificing babies and murdering people and getting away with it. Makes me sick to my stomach. It makes me mad more than anything else. We didn't have a whole bunch of fucking politicians that are just out for themselves. Well, some of them were out for themselves, but most of them, when they got into politics way back when I was younger, it wasn't anything like it is today. We didn't have this kind of crap going on like we do. We never had a Democratic Party acting like a bunch of little children. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but I often wonder what planet they're from. Anyway, back to my video. I put the video out because, honestly, 100%, I'm about $1,325, $26 upside down still from the very unexpected, unplanned for trip that I made back to the East Coast to Washington, D.C. to try to get some information into President Trump or a member of his administration or the Department of Justice. And then when I got back home, and on the way back home actually, a very nice lady in California, Southern California, I feel sorry for her, reached out to me expressing the kind of trouble she was in. And she wasn't in trouble because she broke any laws. She was in trouble because she was trying to bring justice to those who are behind a very corrupt area in Southern California. And I went there twice, doing a couple of things. One was to provide some protection for her, and the other was to help do everything I could to try to help her get a lawyer. And getting a lawyer, everybody would think, just like I did, oh, this ought to be easy. That was what a mistake I had there. In that part of the country, or in that part of California, the attorneys there, believe it or not, they are running scared to death. If they're a conservative lawyer, they're being very, very careful of what kind of cases they take, and they are not taking cases that are going to go against the corrupt machine. So right now we're changing gears. Going to be looking outside of California for an attorney who can practice in California, and there's a couple that I've come across here just actually last day and a half. that can do that. They're in Nevada. So we're going to keep on working and helping her. But that, why am I disappointed? Well, on that tweet that I did, it had, in the video, actually the video had 57 views. So 57 people at least started the video. I have no idea how many watched the whole thing or not. And then on Twitter, there were 2,763, I think, total impressions. So in other words, another number of people who saw it. And out of that, there was 171 engagements. And then out of that, there was about 33, I think, retweets. And about 27 retweets and 33 likes. So now out of all that, how many people made a donation of any kind to me? And believe me, I think for those who did make a donation to me, I think that from the bottom of my heart, my appreciation will for them, whether it was $5 or $40 in one case, I'll appreciate them for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter what the amount is. What matters is that they decided to help me. And so I started a trip yesterday morning on pure faith, because right now I have no money in my bank. I've none. My pay that came in first of the month came into bank and went out of the bank just about as fast as that. Paying my bills. I was behind on a couple of things because of the trip, and so I had to get everybody caught up. I owed a couple people some money. I paid them back, and by the time it was all said and done, I was down to very, very little. So when I left for this mission to go to, first I had to go to Nevada, to Las Vegas, to help a very good friend of mine. And so I took care of that business yesterday, and I was watching the PayPal me account, which is where I had the donation set up at, and the biggest donation was from one of my best friends, who happens to be my partner in all this, and then another very nice person made another smaller donation, and another third person. So I had a total of three people who donated, and for a grand total of $55. So that's what to this morning, it was still at that $55 mark. Well, that was enough to put about three-quarters of a tank of gas in, maybe a little bit more, or a combination of some gas and maybe something to eat. I like Cliff bars, the old energy bar. I get my protein that way too. But out of all the people who saw my tweet, out of all the people who engaged in it, and out of all the people who liked it, and of all the people who retweeted it, which I thank you for all of that. If you retweeted it, I'm grateful for that. Without that, Twitter would be nothing for us who are patriots and conservatives and trying to help our president make America great again. And again, going back when I was a kid, America was great. And because of past presidents, and especially a butthead, but this country is just, it's not what it used to be, and we've got a lot of work to do. And part of that work is helping investigate some of these crimes that our police departments in certain parts of the country are not willing to investigate, or are not willing to come out and tell what the truth is. And it doesn't take much to figure out that the fires in California right now, they are not all natural, and they are certainly not because all of them because of the wind factor. Yes, the wind plays a part. I'm a firefighter. At least I have a few years of fire service under me. I went through some training, quite a bit of training actually. If you've ever been in fire service, you know how much training you go through. I took wildland firefighting courses and classes because of the part of the country that I was in when I served there. We had that particular problem. We would have firestorms. We would go through all that. But what's happening in California certainly is not all natural. So part of what I wanted to do was I needed to go talk to some people and try to get some answers. But I can't do it now. I don't have money for gas. I don't have money for food. I just don't have any money. So I'm heading back home. I stayed over in Las Vegas last night in a truck stop. Got a little cold. It was kind of chilly early this morning, but that's okay. That doesn't bother me. So I guess I'm not trying to come down on people. If you don't have the money to donate, certainly you don't have the money, and I don't expect you to donate something that you don't have. But if you do have the money, $5, if $5 times whatever number of people, that can add up pretty quick. Or $5 here, $10 there, or even for some people $1 or $2. It all adds up if enough people are able to do that. So I guess I'm asking again, one last time, because I won't do this again. I'm not going to grovel. I'll figure it out one way or another. But if you can help me, you'll have my gratitude forever. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not scamming you. That's not me. I'm an Army veteran. My hashtag is my oath never expires, and it doesn't. And there's things that I want to do. I've got a private investigation company that the LLC has been filed for and is now official in the state of Wyoming. The next phase is for formalizing the company is getting a license, PI license out of Tennessee, which I'm working on. But of course that takes money too, so some of that's put on hold until I have the funds to pay for the filing fees and for the training and so on. Because I have a number of people, great people, who are working with me in groups on Twitter, and they're doing this for nothing. They're working their butts off, gathering up the information, the intel, and out of all that we go back through everything that we collect, and we validate everything. I never put anything out unless it's been validated and that I can put my name on it. And so if you see something from me or from the Army of Deplorables, as far as an official tweet goes, which would always come from me, you can pretty much take that to the bank, because again, I'm not going to put any fake news out. I will not do it. If it takes a while to validate something, then it takes a while to validate it. We're working on Vegas, getting very close to wrapping that up. I've got all the elements of Vegas. There's three major things. Money. The Democratic Party attack on the Second Amendment, and of course we have the Saudis. That was the hardest thing, or longest thing to figure out, was who did all the shooting. We've got that one pretty much decided on, and of course several other people do, or several other people as well do, finding out what the Saudis were up to, that particular prince. And I'm terrible with names, so I apologize. So I can't give you the name. Atali, I think, was the last name. He got arrested by the Saudis, by the new king, and so we're going to get our website built on Vegas. We also have Charlottesville. That whole situation in Charlottesville, we've come to our conclusions on that. Again, I've said this before. It was a complete setup. It was a production company who put that on. What you saw on that Saturday, a lot of it was just made up, everybody. Was there real fighting and real blood? Yeah, there sure was. Did Hire die from being hit from a car? No, she never got touched by a car. And I can prove it. I have proved it. It's in the first video I did on it, which I put out once before. And of course we'll be doing it again as we kind of get that whole presentation put together. So there's lots of things that I want to do and that my team wants to do in bringing the truth to America. But anyway, I'm going to stop this because I keep rambling on and I don't want to do that. Your time is valuable, so is mine. And so anyway, if you can help me, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you can't, that's fine too. But I just hope that more people will see it their way to even putting a small donation towards me to help me try to catch up a little bit from what happened financially to me from the last couple of months, and then also, probably even more importantly, so I've got the funds to do more work in the future, because I don't make a lot of money. I make enough to live a normal life, but putting on the extra expense of these travels that I need to be able to do will be very tough if I end up not having any additional financial support. So again, I thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for retweeting my tweets and liking them. I greatly appreciate that, and I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. God bless America, and let's make America great again. All right, bye.